Hey, Robin and Juliet. Well, I think things are a bit rosier this Tuesday lunchtime over here than they certainly have been in the last 72 hours or so, and going all the way back to last Thursday and Friday. So we are in a better position, but I can't let you run away with the idea that this is over and that there may not be another bank that's going to go under, or indeed that there may yet be some contagion here to Wall Street. We just don't know. Nobody knows. But things are better. Anyway, that's the good news. Now, this is down largely, we think, to President Biden, whose team acted very quickly over the weekend. Not everybody agrees with what he did, but they've done it now, so that's all that really matters. He spoke before the markets opened on Monday, and essentially what he's done is to protect the depositors at SVB, although, of course, anybody that invested in the bank, they've been basically let go. And I noticed with some interest, I did not realize this until about an hour ago, the new CEO, because you know Biden fired all the management. Well, there's a new CEO in there running the bank as of this moment, and he is actually saying that it's business as usual, including cross-border transactions. I don't quite understand how he can say that, but he is saying that. Now, the real problem, you have to remember that SVB, although it's turned out to be the second biggest banking collapse in U.S. history behind Washington Mutual, I think it was, although that is true, it was also a very, very tiny operation. It's not really very big. It's more of a local bank for Silicon Valley. And so the problem now is about other regional banks, and they've been hammered. Now, there are thousands of banks in America, way more than 4,000, way more than 72,000 branches. And top of the list, for highest on the default list probability, is a bank called First Republic. Now, they've been really hammered in the last couple of days, but now the shares are up 58%. Western Alliance up 50%. PacWest up 59%. So the regional banks are staging a bit of a roarback at the moment. There is a concern that it may end up spreading to the big banks on Wall Street like JP Morgan, Bank of America, Wells Fargo. I should remind you that these banks are subject to the same issues that saw the demise of SVB. It's just that they're much bigger, and they have a different business model, and it is entirely possible that if they have been hit or they are being hit in a similar way, that we won't know about it for many weeks, if not months, and that they can survive it. The banking index in New York was down 12% yesterday. The KB index, it's up 5% now, so that tells you a lot. And just going back to SVB briefly, it has been taken over by the federal authorities here. But what they're doing now is trying to sell it. And word today comes that there was an offer on Sunday to buy it. Now, I don't know whether this was HSBC who bought the UK version on. I don't know who it was, but there was an offer made on Sunday for the whole of the rump of SVB, and it's reported here now that the federal people turned it down, so they're still looking for a buyer. And if they get a buyer, many of the problems go away, because that buyer will be required to take on all the spending issues surrounding with running that bank now.